The investigation into Saturday night's mass shooting on Hilton Head Island is continuing with more arrests expected.
8 people shot when investigators say a fight between 2 groups escalated into gunfire on Coligny Beach just after 8:20 Saturday night. Officials say 7 of the 8 people who were shot were not involved in the fight at all. WSAV was the only station on the scene as investigators searched the beach for evidence, recovering multiple shell casings and 4 guns believed to have been used in the shooting.
4 people were taken into custody after deputies say they were found on the Cross Island Parkway while trying to leave the area and throw their guns into the marsh. 3 of those suspects are now charged with attempted murder. We've just learned the 4th suspect, Christopher Capers, has been released from custody. He's only charged as an accessory. Well, as this investigation moves forward, so do questions about security, public safety, and what changes could follow after one of the island's busiest holiday weekends. WSAV's Andrew Davis is joining us now from our Lowcountry Bureau with the latest on the investigation, what the sheriff is saying today, and how town leaders are responding.
Well, WSAV has learned the town of Hilton Head is calling a special public meeting 10 o'clock in the morning on Thursday to discuss exactly what happened this weekend and what needs to be done to keep the entire island safe. Many people on social media and throughout Hilton Head are still asking why the shooting happened at all and could it have been prevented. And should the island have its own dedicated police force is the other question. Sheriff P.J. Tanner claims his deputies were actually down at the scene in 17 seconds after getting calls from the public. And a portable camera just placed on the beach entrance 2 weeks ago actually caught the entire incident, according to the sheriff, and will lead to more arrests and a better chance at conviction, he says. And the town, he believes, needs more cameras on the beach, the parks, and the parking lots in that area, and a more aggressive approach to policing. He also wants the vegetation cut back in that Coligny area, so he says criminals don't have as many places to hide. The sheriff believes his team is working hard to make sure the beach, the entire island, is safe. Mayor Alan Perry taking a more emotional approach to protecting the next generation.
In my 46 years of doing this job, I've always wished I had the crystal ball on my desk to be able to tell me what's going to happen next. But you know what? We do have crystal balls, and that is in technology. So the better we are at utilizing technology and the more sophisticated we get.
I can't imagine my kids being down there. I know some other kids were down there that I know. And that's what our future is. Everything that we talk about is about the kids in this community and creating a great home for them. And when these thugs come in from out of town, we need to push them right back out. How? We're going to figure that out.
Now, when I asked him, the mayor wouldn't say if he's in favor of a Hilton Head only police department. He did say there should be a broader discussion of the sheriff's office role in safety on the island. That, of course, will be one of the topics at that special meeting, again set for 10 o'clock in the morning on Thursday at Council Chambers in Hilton Head, and it is open to the public. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Andrew, thank you. Also in the Lowcountry, deputies in Hampton County are investigating 2 separate weekend shootings that left 3 people hurt, including one case that led to an arrest. In Barnville, deputies responded to a shooting Saturday night near Wilson Road where one person was hurt. The Hampton County Sheriff's Office says the investigation is active and more information will be released as it becomes available. Meanwhile, in Estill, police have arrested 23-year-old Deontay Williams Jr. in connection to a shooting that injured 2 people Saturday afternoon. Investigators say a fight between a group of people near the intersection of Tooten Boulevard and Clark Avenue escalated before Williams allegedly pulled out a gun and opened fire. Both victims were taken to the hospital with injuries that are not believed to be life-threatening, and police say the investigation remains ongoing.
Just into the WSAV newsroom, Savannah police investigating after a man was shot in southwest Savannah and happened this afternoon. Officers say they were called to the 200 block of West Montgomery Cross Road around 3:20 p.m. today for reports of a man shot. When they arrived, they found a man with a gunshot wound. His condition has not been released. Savannah police say the circumstances surrounding the shooting are still under investigation. New at 6, Glenn County Police are trying to find out how a person died after their body was discovered in a wooded area. Officers were called to the area near a Spur 25 and Chapel Crossing on July 2nd, where they found the person dead. Right now, investigators are not saying how the person died, and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation Medical Examiner's Office will determine the cause and manner of death. If you have any information that could help investigators, you're asked to contact Glenn County Police.
We are learning more about one of the victims killed in last week's deadly 5-vehicle crash on Fort Argyle Road. A GoFundMe account has now been created to help the family of 27-year-old Alexandra Thomas, who died in the fiery crash. More than $3,000 has already been raised to help cover funeral expenses, travel, medical bills, and to support her family as 2 other relatives recover from injuries. The crash happened Thursday afternoon when Georgia State Patrol says a commercial truck rear-ended a vehicle, crossed partially into the opposite lane, and set off a chain reaction crash involving 5 vehicles. Thomas, who was a passenger in a Ford Flex, and Willie Roberson, the driver of the commercial truck, were both killed after their vehicles caught on fire. According to the GoFundMe, Thomas's mother and grandmother remain hospitalized in a burn unit in Augusta, while her family works to cover funeral costs and travel expenses as they stand by their side. 6 other people were also hurt in the crash.
A Savannah State University student athlete's future is now uncertain after his family says he was detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They're now working to bring him home. WSAV's Jillian Coles spent time in speaking with one of his loved ones and has more right now on what they say happened and the efforts now underway to secure his release.
Tina, according to Johan Efrain Sandoval Rodriguez's family, he was arrested due to an issue with his student visa. Adrena Wade, who says she is Sandoval's girlfriend, tells WSAV it was terrifying when ICE showed up to her apartment in Clifton Park in New York. She says they never expected this to happen as they thought he's done everything correctly. Wade told WSAV ICE agents approached Sandoval around 6:30 in the morning as he was leaving to go to the gym. She says when he came inside to gather his documents, the agents followed him, yelling and forcing their way into their home. During the arrest, Wade says Sandoval's state ID was lost and his phone was damaged. Within hours, he was transferred to a detention center hours away. Wade says she spoke with Sandoval over the phone. He assured her he's okay and being strong. WSAV has reached out to U.S. Customs Enforcement to confirm this arrest and have not heard back. Sandoval's family started a GoFundMe account with the goal to raise funds for immigration bond, if granted, legal representation, and court fees. Jillian Coles, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Jillian, thank you. Following up now, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division has closed one of its investigations involving Hampton County Councilman Jordan Jinks. SLED confirms to WSAV that investigators determined the matter was civil in nature, not criminal, and have officially closed the case. That investigation began earlier this year and focused on Hampton County finances, including vehicle sales, vehicle transfers, and other financial records dating back to January 2023 when Jinks took office. SLED says a separate investigation involving Jinks remains active, though the agency has not released details about its focus.
The Effingham County Sheriff's Office is warning about a scam that left one local man out of tens of thousands of dollars. Detectives say it started with phone calls that lasted for weeks, someone claiming that the man had won $2 million. The caller, identifying herself as Danielle Lamb, told him he just needed to send money through cash transfers to claim the prize. Unfortunately, authorities say the man did exactly that, sending payments over time totaling about $30,000 and never receiving a single dollar of the so-called winnings. Officials say if you ever get a call like this, hang up.
Happening now, Pooler City Council is getting ready to discuss a vote on a rezoning request that would pave the way for the district. We want to give you a live look. The district is a multi-use project that includes 440 hotel rooms, a 100,000 square foot grocery store, an amphitheater, and at least one gas station. This project has already gained a lot of opinions from residents. Earlier this year, an open house was held where they raised concerns about traffic and overcrowding. The 116-acre development will be at the intersection of Pooler Parkway and Pine Barren Road. We will have more on tonight's vote and discussion on WSAV News 3 at 10 and 11.
When severe weather hits, getting information quickly can make all the difference. And Boulder County emergency managers say they've built a tool designed to keep all of that information in one place, and they've been expanding it with input directly from the community. The Boulder County Emergency Management Agency launched an interactive online dashboard about 8 months ago now, and they say it's been continuously updated to better serve residents. The site gives users real-time access to road closures, power outages, weather alerts, and other safety information during severe weather events. Officials say many of the new features were added after feedback from local residents who wanted faster and more centralized updates during storms.
What most people requested, they wanted to know what stores were open, what roads were closed, what roads were damaged. All of it is located in one place. It's just a simple search of Boulder County EMA dashboard. It'll come up as a ArcGIS, and it's right there.
For more information on how to access the dashboard, just visit WSAV.com.
Now, Time Saver Traffic, sponsored by Arrowhead Clinic, the accident doctors, where it pays to get well.
We are tracking a lot of congestion from Port Wentworth to Rincon on the Highway 21. So if you are heading that way, make sure to give yourself extra time and be prepared to sit around, because it's taking at this point to get from Port Wentworth to Rincon about 70 minutes at this time. Other areas across the city are looking okay, just a little bit slower heading to Hilton Head at this time.